What's up, everybody? Stacey Blackwood from the Tide Talk podcast, here to talk about the news from Jaylen Moody. Of course, a couple weeks ago, after the national championship loss to Georgia, there were several players that flooded the transfer portal from Alabama. Jaylen Moody being one of those. The experienced linebacker decided he was going to enter the portal. There was a lot of talk that maybe Texas was leading for the talented linebacker, and the news has been circulating as of late that Jaylen Moody is thinking about, removing himself from the portal and coming back to Tuscaloosa and staying with the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's big for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, he's an experienced player, a guy that's a senior. He'll be playing in his fifth or sixth year now of eligibility. So he's a guy who's got plenty of experience. He's had several starts throughout his career. And with Christian Harris moving on to the NFL, he could be paired up with Henry To'oTo'o, and you're talking about a very experienced linebacker core when you think about the Alabama defense there in the middle of the field with Henry To'oTo'o and Jaylen Moody. And of course, behind Moody and To'oTo'o would be guys like Demoy Kennedy, Deontay Lawson, uh, Kendrick Blackshire. So a lot of talented young players there, but there's nothing that beats experience. And if Moody returns to be paired up with Henry To'oTo'o, that is a lethal combination there in the middle of that Alabama defense. Not even to talk about what's on the edge with Dallas Turner and Will Anderson Jr. So the Alabama defense is setting up to be an elite defense in 2022. Right now, there's 9 of 11 starters returning for this Alabama defense. So just a lot of talent coming back for Nick Saban and Pete Golden on that side of the ball. And then you think about what's coming back on the offensive side of the ball with Bryce Young and all the skills that are there, the young, talented players on the offensive side of the ball. So there's a lot to be excited about. But if Jaylen Moody comes back, that's just huge for this Alabama defense. There's no way around it. His experience, his ability, his talent, paired with Henry To'oTo'o in the middle of that field is going to be that's going to be great for this Alabama defense. So that's something to be looking out for over the next couple of days. Is the final decision there from Jaylen Moody? But what I want you to do is I want you to jump in the comment section right now and tell me, would you be okay with Jaylen Moody coming back out of the transfer portal and coming back to Alabama? Y for yes, and for no. And of course, as always, feel free to just type away and give us a long drawn out answer and just your full opinion on the entire situation. So there's a lot to be talking about right now. The transfer portal is just wide open. There's so much going on right now. Nick Saban is recruiting his tail off around the country, visiting Florida, guys for next year's class. Recently offered a tight end for the class of 2022 here late from the state of Louisiana. So that's something to look out for over the next few weeks leading up to signing day in February. So, like I said, there's plenty to be talking about, a lot to be excited about. But I wanted to get this out here to talk a little bit about what the Jaylen Moody news could mean for this Alabama defense and how big that could be for the 2022 Alabama defense. So, we're going to be here at the Tide Talk podcast to discuss that and more as the offseason continues. We're really excited about that. There's really not a lot of time until spring practice starts about 8 weeks from now. So, not a lot of offseason between now and spring practice, but we're really looking forward to covering things throughout the off season. All right, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and just give us a huge thumbs up. We're trying to reach our goal of 500 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that button, share us with all your friends, and we would greatly appreciate that. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Until next time, roll tide.